Welcome back to another Habs Summer Target where the hockey coach Frenchy directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on amazing great Thursday night, August 14, 2025. Hopefully an amazing great day so far. We're ready to talking about the NHL, the Montreal Canadiens. It's a full show tonight of contents about hockey. It's quiet, but you're always a story left and right on social media, and we have a different thing we can talk about, and that's the reason I came back tonight. And before the tomorrow night for the fun Friday night, and then we'll be back also Sunday night for the recap weekly of the week for the Montreal Canadiens and the different team in NHL. So this is what we got. I'll be alone tonight, but I expect more activities in the next couple of days, and don't be ready for next week. A huge week for the Hockey Nation for upcoming week with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. And that's what we got for you tonight. First of all, we want to thank all of you. Welcome in the show. Thanks for all of you to be with me tonight. And hopefully you have an amazing, great day, like I mentioned, and you're ready to rock and roll the show. First of all, going to welcome Run with Kings. Welcome back from Utah, following by Mr. Billy. Welcome. We have Philip. Welcome back from Sherbrooke. Yes, sir. Philip is ready to rock and roll for the upcoming season. My friend Guy. Coach looking good. I'm changing my my clothes. And what happening is because I'm moving, and I find some clothes I don't use a lot. So I'm right now on the mindset of I have it's fun golf shirt every single day right now. So that's happening here, and I'm ready to move. And right now, in 10 days, Randy Walkman is in the house tonight. Hopefully you're doing well, Randy, and you very busy, Randy. I follow you on the X account. Randy write a lot of fun things right now. Glad to see you busy, my friend Randy. For that, we have other things to talk about. RJ Calabro, welcome back again. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. It's going to great. All give us some news and update. We have notre ami Roger Bouchard, directement de Vermont, est avec nous ce soir. Notre ami and my friend Jazz knocked the door tonight. Welcome back. Hopefully you're doing well. Glad to see you around. We have the Bunny House. The Bunny House back in the house. Long time, my friend. Hopefully your summer is looking good. And glad to see you around with the Hockey Nation Live show. Randy, Main, and the team are all time for Hudson. So I think Bunny House gave you an idea about this, Randy. About Lane Hutson. Let's see, we have a new people put up. PLW is in the house tonight. What happened last night, PLW? Did you get some chin money last night? He go with Ketel Marty to hit a home run for 4th time. Is it Marte with the Arizona Diamondbacks long time ago? Or is it Sterling Marte with the Pittsburgh Penguins? You see, PLW have some kind of memories, but it maybe I think it's Sterling Marte, but this is maybe relate to him. Who knows? Honestly, summer is great for Bunny. I'm glad to hear that for sure. We have also for the subject tonight and Lane Hutson, graduate for the university, and now he is the most talented for the Montreal Canadiens from Serge Savard since Guy Lafleur. We're going to review Lane Hutson tonight. Why is getting more attraction about to be the most talented since Guy Lafleur? And then I'm going to give you why the reason the deal between Montreal could happen earlier at what the people fans expect. So stay tuned for the subject. If you follow a video every day. We did today. Who's killing the penalties was the headline on Marco yesterday, and we did a video about his comments and my comments for the video. And then tonight for next week, guys. It's a busy week next week. Some people said, Coach, you should bring people, more guests around. So I'm searching around the internet right now. And then we get next Tuesday, guys. Jim Berenger is going to be back. Wednesday night has always been Marco Larabi. Thursday, we have Ross Cohen. If you don't know Ross, Ross is really well known as Sportlogy, I believe. Cusco is his nickname on the X account. He's on the Pennsylvania and New Jersey area, cover New Jersey Devils, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Philadelphia Flyers. He's been with us back-to-back year. He skipped last year, and he's working with me on the hot stove, the hockey hot stove, and I'm getting more traction there, and people asking me to join the show. So we're going to get more guests for the next couple of weeks and months to follow with us. And I think it'll be good to not only hear my voice or my own opinion, but get some other opinion around the NHL fans. And if you don't know, I'm a contributor now with the Hockey Nation, Hockey Hot Stove, as cover the Chicago Blackhawks. And I got hired. I don't know what's going on right now. For the last 3 weeks, people find me somewhere. I don't get more viewers on my channel, but the people find me. Now the company called Fanside. It's another website. You can write a lot of news around the NHL's fan team, and they offer me to get contributor for the Edmonton Oilers. It's only one article per week, so I'm going to do that. It's not about the money, but it's about to make more attraction to people know exactly who I am, so they can come here as a guest and you get benefit of other people. So we'll see what will be that new adventure. And it is what it is, though. We'll see. Kenneth, good morning, Kenneth. Guys, tonight, after I met Maurice Robillard last week, I believe. I think it is. I think it was Monday or Tuesday last week. Yeah, it was. I'm going to meet tonight Kenneth at the Beer Garden, my favorite restaurant in Pattaya. And Kenneth is in town right now, so glad to see you, my friend, tonight, Kenneth. It'll be, I think, my third time I meet Kenneth. I think I meet you every single year. I complete my year 3 in Thailand at the end of the month. PW talk about Sterling. Glad to hear that. He's been there for a long time, right? Jerry Ensign is in the house. Welcome back, my friend. Hopefully, an amazing, great summer too. Glad to see the last 2 days. People come back now on the channel slowly, properly, the right way. And glad to see new face. We did not see since the end of the season, and I'm glad to have new people around. And we're going to talk more and more. We're going to meet more people. I think a little so much for Hudson. Guy, again, you're welcome. Coach is internet superstar. No, I wish, but no, I don't wish that. I apologize. I should be more careful about that. What I wish is to reach more people, to be stabilize the revenue of the channel every month, first, so I can survive. But the most important is about to make an impact from my passion and love of the game for other people. If I can helping someone, serve someone, and helping them to love the game more and to get more information on different kind of eyes opinion. But I think I feel my purpose of the channel. Of course, The purpose of the channel is talking about Montreal Canadiens and the NHL team, but also is to create some kind of relationship, a friendship with people. And if I can reach that, and the mode of the channel survive every month, I'm happy. I don't need to be famous. I just need to be who I am and sharing what we think. It's fun to debate and have a great opinion, fun opinion, and with respect. That's simple, and this is my happiness right now, and that's what I like to do. So hopefully, I'm going to reach those goals in the next couple of weeks and months. Audio Murphy back in the house. Salut mon homme. Merci d'être avec nous. Arriving at 7 p.m. Wow. Kenneth, if you're too tired tonight, we can push back tomorrow. I'm free until the 25th. So Kenneth, text me. Let me tell me later. We don't have to rush anything, Kenneth. You don't mind. It's okay with me. My schedule is wide open the evening. Mr. TH back in the house, Mr. TH. I think about you. Sometimes I check if I can write for the. I want to write for the team where the people come here and they are fans. So the New York Calendars example, the Buffalo Sabres, the Los Angeles King, and I think it will be fun. You can follow me, and then I talk about your team on the other website. So I try to look about your calendars. Now the hockey at Stove gave me the permission to write for any team. Possible I can do that, TH. But if you don't mind to follow me on the on the hockey hot stove, you can go there, sign up, and you can follow me. Sonny is now a Mets. Here we go. PLW. See, I've lost. Talking about Maurice Robillard back in the house. Thanks, Maurice. Maurice, we have a great time together with his beautiful girlfriend. Glad to see you, Maurice, last week, honestly. Mark Elliott knocked the door. Our first article for them should be a Skinner. Stuart Skinner. Yeah. I need to figure out this. I'm not there yet, but I will. I reconnect your channel to my friends. I recommend your channel to my friend. Thanks, Kenneth. François Pitt probably is Lane Hutson, the mega talented. Even if he is a defenseman, he reminds me. Denis Savard, one he control the puck. Great compare. François Pitt, you are off tonight. Glad to see you, my friend. I'm going to go a little bit tonight. Is that the beer garden near the entrance to Walking Street? Awesome. Kenneth, just tell me what time I'll be there. I get too scared to write on Islanders coach. I got too scared. I get too scared. That was very kind of them to allow you to write about anything. Coach, how do I follow you on the hockey at Stove? Go on the. I'm always on the X account. You can go on the website. It's called hockeyatstove.com and check that. Check the Chicago Blackhawks first, and then you're going to see me. This is a new website built by the ex-Montreal Flyers, Chris Terrien, and he is helping by Bill Mercer and John McLeany, I believe his last name. And they have many people there, but they still not cover all the teams. So we jumping left and right. Right now we have about 4 people does this. I'm really the one write an article every day. I'm commit like this. Me, I don't like skip days, and but they have a great writer there. Some of them is going to join me live here, so that's happening for that one. The agent one well-established writer coach. I would say the players to watch and potential Calder winner could be Oilers. Isaac Howard. Not a bad choice right there, PLW. The Oilers have Mathieu Savoie to follow up and Isaac Howard. And then that roster is really, I'm just starting. So like the Chicago Blackhawks now, I can tell you everything. Like right now, the Chicago Blackhawks, I know everything. Like I did 3 days searching left and right. I'm going to do that today for the Edmonton Oilers. That helping me to know more about Sventing. It's 32 teams. It's difficult to know everything, but I'm going to get there for sure for Edmonton Oilers. I'm connected on that site, Coach, or something like that. You should write for them, Randy. Here we go, guys. Talk a little bit less now. First thing to talk is about NHL news. We have a busy NHL news, guys. And don't forget, guys, to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be great. First of all, the NHL news, going to start with the Florida Panthers. The only signature we got, Michael Bennett signed a one-year deal, 2 ways, at $775,000. This is a little bit more from depth on the roster for the Florida Panthers. Is going to be, I'm pretty sure, with Charlotte Shakers and the American Hockey League. But if ever we have some kind of injury, Bennett could join the Florida Panthers. That's all. We have nothing other signature. Quiet again. We're still waiting for Marco Rossi and Mason McDavid. They are the 2 big RFA. On the UFA, you still have a different goaltender with no contract. We talk about Samsonov, Georgiev. We have Raymer. Is it not one of them better at Picard for the Edmonton Oilers? I don't know. I'm just asking this question. And then you have Jack Roslovic on the top UFA players for upcoming year. So we'll see what happening for the next couple of days and weeks. By the way, talking about Chicago Blackhawks, like I said, guys, I'm not, when I do something, I go deep. I'll just not go overview it, that's it. So I want to check Carl Davidson GM compared to Ken Hughes. 2 days ago, I wrote an article of Jeff Bazil, the new coach of the Chicago, and I compared him with Martin St. Louis. And yesterday, I compared David. I didn't write it, but I put some comments. So I look about Davidson work with the Chicago Blackhawks, and the purpose behind that is because the Atlantic website every summer they do an article about the staff management ranking from 1 to 32, and they evaluate 6 categories: free agency, the management, the development, the trade, the cap, salary cap. I missed one category. I apologize. No, division, I said that right. And then they make some ranking. Chicago won Carl Davidson trade. They bring Cat, Kirby Doc, and Marek, everything. And 2022 is Chicago was at 31. 23, they jumping to 15. 24, they go from 15 to 12, and they improve at different categories their score. This year, I make the article yesterday. I predict them to be at 10, and I predict them to be a little bit better on different categories. But I studied Carl Davidson. Very interesting. Carl Davidson make in 4 years, 22, 23, 24, 25. Only 3 trade in July. That's it. All in 2022. Since 2022, he never trade any players during the month of July. And what is more fascinating is he never make any trade in NHL during the month of August, September. I know they are the month where you don't trade a lot. There's nothing happening. Like, he is completely take a break. No, maybe not. But he did not trade anything. It's really a different philosophy compared to Ken Hughes, very active every year in August, make a splash trade. It's a word of, I can see when you study Chicago, the patience of Carl Davidson and how he stick with the plan. We'll see what's happening. Again, I'm not a fan, but because I contribute for that team, I'm looking about that. for that update. Quel est ton nez? Des ones. Well, one established writer coach. No, Randy. You already been there for many years. For that coach, for the Hawks and the Islanders, and your opinion, what are the biggest need for both of their team prospect pool? But for the Chicago Blackhawks, right now it's all about size, and they did it at the trade at the draft, right? Chicago with Nazar 5'11" and Bedard 5'10". The center line is really small, and they need big bodies. So they got Anton Frondel, they got Nastrizil, 25th, and they got Mason West at 29, I believe. So they got with big size during the NHL draft 2025. That said, they're not going to play right away, but they want to make bigger players. They have other forward, but they will need to get a little bit more grander. They are right now Foligno, but they are old. So the old player they have, they're going to be out the next 2 years. So they have to fill up with something. The good news, they have money. The core of the defensive is solid. Really solid. Really solid. I think that there's still some result at 20 something 2 years ago. Big Jen, a defenseman. We not already talk about Lishunov and, of course, of Korchinski, the Elmestro, and they are already Vlasic. This is a great core. They got now Spencer Knight. For the Islanders, they're just starting to get there. They start with Cole Ezerman last season, and this is going to helping them a long term. With that, they have this summer make a big trade to get 3 pick on the top 17, and I think they still one of them. They still one of my favorite players is Ekblom. Ekblom for me was a top 12, and with Scheffer, and then I think the other one is Colbert. The draft. So one more year for the New York Islanders, they will fill up. I don't think they will rebuild because they have a strong contract a long term now.Ovat, Romanov. I think at some point they will have to trade Pulak or Pelech to get a little bit younger. Both of them past the 30 years old now. The contract at Palmieri, they gave another contract this summer. That's going to be questionable for me, but I know they score more 20 goals. They trade last year Brock Nelson. They still have Pajot. They would love to trade him at some point to give them a little bit more space. Volonkin is Volonkin. Zorokin. 2 years ago, he was excellent goaltender. He got hurt. He bring his goalie coach from Russia last year, but he was not ready with many injuries the year before that. A full recovery, a new mindset, a new wave of excitement with the management. I see a Sorokin excited for the upcoming year. I see a player who's going to step progress as get his game better. Not a breakout. You have a good year, but I feel I would be not surprised Sorokin become a top 5 goalie on strength statistic in NHL. Look like Varlamov is ready. He's skating right now, for what I heard. For them, they have Siplakov signing a new contract. Shabanov, the Russian kid, get there. So they have a lot of great positive. Is it good enough to make the playoff? I'm not guarantee that. I cannot guarantee that, but they're going to have a better year. We'll see what happening with Mathieu Dash and Patrick Roy. Every year, every time we have new GM, they switch the coach at some point. But we'll see what happening there. I always love Korchinski as well. The age Nicholas, not pretty good. Just a bit tired for just starting walking yesterday. Maybe and a little too high on eye on Eglon. For me, Eglon will be a six best player on my board. I really like Eglon for sure. So next, move on for the next thing. The rumor between Detroit and Edmonton Oilers. I I look somewhere. I don't know where I said that. It looked like Detroit want to improve the team. I think Eisenman right now, he's at the point say, you know what? This could be my last year, my last season. So I think he would try to improve the team. They got Gibson. We know Detroit have two good goaltender, young age. They have Cam Dalbot. The last couple of years, Detroit Lions and Nedeljkovic. That said, Kosa had a great year last year. Augustin, another goaltender, and NCA. So they have some kind of backup behind the goaltending. Can the Detroit open a spot with Detroit Dalbot? The rumor is to send Dalbot to the Edmonton Oilers. This is a rumor, not confirmed. And the Edmonton Oilers are maybe willing to trade Kolak or Ekholm. Why Ekholm? But he's getting old. And of course, he played with injury last season. You have to pay to get something, right? At the end of the day, I don't see this could happen yet, but pay attention at some point. The Edmonton or the Oilers could make some kind of splash the next couple of weeks on that position of the goaltender for the Oilers. And Detroit want to bring some defensive veterans for the core. And of course, they would like to trade Justin Old. Ben Chayot are his last year of his contract, I believe. So we'll see what's happening there. Maybe we have one more year, by the way. I'm kind of hoping that the Islanders don't do well this year. 2 first-round pick, hopefully a third and low draft, a lot of free agent. Yeah, I agree with you, TH. And the year 2026, TH, is excellent. By the way, I follow right now the Hlinka Gretzky. We have a really good first-round players for upcoming 2026. So it'll be something. Costa is a very good goalie. For that, does sending Pelika play immediately in the top 4? I don't think so. TH, it's not easy for a defenseman. It would take time, but he's a right defenseman where the Anaheim Ducks would like to get if Detroit Mason McDavid. This is another rumor between Anaheim and, of course, the Detroit Red Wings. So we'll see. Got Hutson. Kolak is another player could mention for Detroit Red Wings. The Philadelphia Flyers announced that they signed the name of the arena. Remember the Spectrum, the Wells Fargo, to now for Xfinity Mobile Arena. Yesterday, the Tampa Bay Lightning announced they changed the name of Amelia to Benchmark International Arena. The Edmonton lost the goaltender Oliver Rodrigue. The 25 years old signed contract and the KHL. What was the big deal about that? But first of all, we just mentioned the goaltending situation for the Edmonton is not strong. And with Rodrigue left, could be a problem. That said, with Rodrigue left, guys, what is really interesting, Louis Domingue left also for KHL. Marc-André Fleury retired. That left only Samuel Montembeault, the only French goalie, and NHL. I cannot recall any other goalies from Montreal or from the province of Quebec or a French goalie right now in NHL. It's not the same anymore, and we can talk about this later, but this is a really interesting. Talking about the KHL, this has become the new pipeline for the French coach. We got right now Bob Hartley. We have Guy Boucher, Gru. Benoit Gru is coaching, and you can include Gérard Galland with KHL. They have also Will Croft, and they have Kurt Fraser. They have one more. Can I recall it? our coaching guys in KHL. Very impressive to see that where the KHL get those kind of goal. The coach over there, Mondebo is the keeper of the Flame. You're absolutely right about this. Pete Martin is in the house. Why does Anaheim want to trade McDavid? I don't think so. They want to trade him. The rumor is there. I think at some point, the age, if you look about the lineup, what is coming, Seneca, McQueen, they already have Leo Carlson, Strom. They just signed Grenlund. I think McDavid want to ask the team, what is my role now? Where are you going to see me? What is your vision about me? That's, I believe, he wants some kind of answer that would give him the longevity of his contract. They have a block right now in the contract. I'm going to talk about this guy. It's already 30 minutes, and I'm not done with the thing. I would try to go move quicker. I thought, what, guys? The rebuild is over. After 7, 8, 9 years, you can mention the name. This is over in Ottawa. They make the playoff, and when I qualified, I removed the word rebuild for team. It's one to make the playoff back to back. When they go there, they are rebuilt. The rebuild is over. And this is the year, I believe, the maturity of Brady Tkachuk is going to step up for the upcoming year. They have solid players, young guns there. The Patterson, they got Cousin now. They have Suzla, Tkachuk, Jake Sanderson. They solidify the goaltending situation. They add some depth inside this. Still Perron and Giro is there. Pinto, third center. The injury make a big problem for them the last couple of years. But this is the year, I believe, Ottawa is going to make an impact in the Atlantic Division. At the point, it could pass the Tampa Bay Lightning, I believe. I predict Brady Tkachuk is going to elevate his game. He's going to be an important factor of the success of the Ottawa Senators for upcoming. Did I ever happen that a referee became a coach in NHL? That's a great question. I cannot recall it. A2, no French superstar in the NHL for kids to get inspired by anymore. That's a good point, A2. I'm pretty sure you simple play your position, be a teammate, try to assist, put the puck in the net. Nicholas, who do you prefer between Dylan, Vixen, or McDavid? Dylan Cousin, I go with McDavid, Nicholas. Me, if you're asking me, I go with McDavid. The Canada Hurricane guys, we talk about Montreal's looking for a second center. We talk about other teams are looking for a second center. The Canada are on the same boat. If you look about Canada lineup, when you look about how after that, not much. You can tell me Jordan Stahl, but he play on the third line. He's 36 years old, 35 years old. They're still looking for a second center. Kokanemi is right now on the 4 line. They try maybe to put Stankoven or Jarvis at the center. So it's interesting, guys. For some reason, we're missing, a second center in NHL. It looked like. Montreal is a big friendship bilingual beat run at the age coach. I'm kind of surprised that Benoit Gros has not got a chance behind the bench in the NHL. I would, to be honest, a great point about that. I think Gros was stuck with Tampa Bay, right? Great couple of years with the Syracuse. He grew from OHL, if I can recall it. He just did not get that opportunity, unfortunately. But great point, TH, about that. Kokanemi was a big mistake. They still have, what, 5-6 years contract at $4 million. Look, he has 128 points with a team, Carolina, and with over 300, 38 game, I believe. I have to recall that one for sure. Montebo, yeah, he's from Nicolette. Nicolette. I play again, Nicolette. And finally, my last news, guys, about Utah. RJ sharing that news in the chat. Caleb Desnoyers out for 12 weeks with wrist surgery. This is not good. Any player have a wrist injury, when they recover, they're still struggling. Austin Matthews, Kirby Doc. We can go with many other players. It's not easy to recover. It takes month and month and month. We wish the best for Caleb Desnoyers, but it's something we have to follow up definitely for the team Utah. And that's conclude, guys, all the news that we got today on the NHL. But because one Islander signed Shabanov said that because he knows how to play a defensive game. Great point, TH. That's what it's called about, to get connection. Montreal Canadiens news right now. We're going to jump in right away there. We have a couple news for the Montreal Canadiens. It's more a superficial or an overview of the news with friend, blah, 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 blah. But I think it's a good subject to sharing both all the us together. First of all, guys, on the ice today at Brassard, we have the goaltender Jacob Fuller, the only goalie. We have Jake Evans with Evan Demidov, Alex Carrier, Jaden Strobel. All the 5 players was on the ice with the son of Jeff Gordon, Jack Gordon. And that's all today. We know Lane right now is in Finland. We have Hutson, I think, is back home. And but that's what we got today on the Montreal Canadiens. Demidov has been on the ice almost every day. He's enjoyed summer, like we said yesterday. So that's happening for the Montreal Canadiens. Not much to talk about this. I want to open up a subject. And I think PLW is something he would bring on the table right now here. Because he has some kind of connection, PLW. He follow more deeper its friend use. 2 days ago, I mentioned to you the Montreal Canadiens hire Henrik Corneau, I believe his last name, for the Chicoutimi Saguenay as a assistant director of video, whatever it is. But they not only add someone, but they put one out. And this never comes from nowhere. Very quiet about this. And we don't know why. I look around, I make some text, I try to find something, I did not. If some of you, and PLW is connected, knows the news about this, but the Montreal Canadiens fire Eric Gravel. And this is very quiet. And this, what we heard, it was fired by Jeff Molson. I don't know the story. I don't want to assume something here. But the Montreal Canadiens has been quiet about this. Gravel does nothing to be upset on the social media. Thirdly, it's rare. It's come from the top. Fourthly, Gravel worked with the Montreal Canadiens since 2015. He's been well recognized by the Martin Saint-Louis and his staff as a great co-worker. Martin Saint-Louis always loved to work with him. It's been well recognized and well appreciated by the players. And I don't know. I'm telling you right now, I just not write this and then I say, okay, I try to find answer. I don't have. I don't get it. So some of you know that. Maybe you can share with me if you heard something. Gravelja was a video coach with the Montreal Canadiens. He was with, they have two people, and he was one of them. He's been there for many years. So if someone know, or PW, I know, I'm not sure if you're here, but it could be the next couple of days. I'm pretty sure something would get out of that. I just want to share this with you. And again, I don't want to assume anything, but the fact like nobody talk about this, Montreal been quiet, make some kind of red flag, no? But we'll see. We'll see. Talking about Montreal Canadiens, we have this one here. This is going to be really a subject is going to be talking for a week, month, and the next 1 month. Lane love Montreal. Lane, he feel good in Montreal. He has changing on the good way. I don't know what the switch is, what made him to turn that way. I cannot figure out, and I don't know. Lane is mentally happy in Montreal. He is on his final year contract. I don't know what the season will look like, but he carry on a full luggage of problem with him, and he cannot deny that. His upcoming season could change the perception about Patrick Laine. Whatsoever he scored 20, 30, 40, 50 goals. More goal he put in the net, better Montreal are. At the same time, the salary is increasing. He's happy in Montreal. Some players enjoy to stay where they are. Jake Evans is one of them. Jake Evans dropped his contract lower because he feels good in Montreal. I put 1 year deal at $6 million with some kind of reservation. If he scores 30 goals, 40 goals, it's a number of the goal. But if he has a good year with Montreal Canadiens, like we appreciate his contribution, we appreciate his behavior, we appreciate his hockey during the year, I will stuck with 1 year with him. I maybe go $7 million if he put more gold. But I will not take a chance right away with him. I would ask him, say, look, Pat, I know what you did to us. And of course, the conversation could be different if he had 40 goalie plus. But if you have a good year with Montreal Canadiens are really focusing to find a second center. They could lose Laine for sure. But they will have to find another winger. And the cost to get that winger could be at the same cost to find a second center. Now you're going to tell me, oh, they can put Bolduc up and then they get another. I understand that. But if he give you 30 goals per year, what's the problem? Again, this is just one way to thinking and to project to make a prediction, and we'll see what he look like. I'll be very careful to give him a 2-3 years deal. But I think this is something to look about that. Bush, welcome in the house. A great point, Nicholas, about that. Thanks again for all the like we got tonight. So we'll see what happening with him. This is a subject we're going to bring a lot for the next couple of weeks, guys. For that, the next thing I want to talk about is Price will be traded in September. We know the situation for Carey Price is contract bonus September 2nd. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. But when you go deeper, Montreal Canadiens are over a cap at this moment. It's not end of the world to put Carey Price on the long-term injury reserve. It's not like, wow, this is bad. What is problem with that is the leverage of Ken Hughes is limited, is move of any kind of move because is at the top of the salary cap. Example, if he trade Carey Price, that open up him at $3-5 million. He can move during season. He have more leverage to make more move. That said, if he trade Price, can this follow up with a trade? Possible. Maybe not at the right away, but that will give them more flexibility to make a trade if they trade Price. The cost of Price for the new team is approximately $2 million to pay him. That will helping them. They have two ways to make Price trade. You have the team try to get the minimum, of the salary cap is $74 million. All the team are there. Something are flirting with that. But to get a Price and put him at the long-term injury reserve after that, for them, they have no problem with the salary cap after that. That would be an option for Chicago, San Jose example. I'll just give you a name. It's not like they're going to trade to them, but we'll see. They have other team have some kind of problem with the salary cap, and maybe they would like to get a contract of Price, like Tampa Bay Lightning example, drop the salary cap with Price, and then they're going to get their hands stuck, but at least they are the below of the maximum of the salary cap. That's another way to Price could be trade. The cost is only $2 million. What would be the trade? Montreal is not going to pay something high level or high value to give Price contract. It's not a must. It would just give them more leverage. But if the cost is too high, Montreal is not going to trade Carey Price. Don't expect a Sean Monahan deal plus a first-round pick. Not going to happening. So we'll see what happening for them. It would be trade like Weber was. Who would be the backup goalie? Ask that question. But right now, it looks like a Tobias. I hope Lane does well for him and the Habs, but I doubt he will score 40 goals plus. Montreal Canadiens will have a crazy camp. You're right, Pete. Maurice, you're not wrong about that. Any scorer in NHL, at least you're really talented, skilled, and amazing. Usually to get 40 goals, it comes with one area. Two areas. You have to score on power play. You have to have your TOI on your power play. And then if you are at the end of the game, if you put 2, 3, 4 goals per year, that's helping to reach the 40 goals. Lane is not going to be there. If you reach that number, Maurice is because he's going to be on unit number 1 all year long. but we'll see. I think Florian Jekai will open eyes, Bunny. But first of all, you're right. I don't think we're going to make the team, but it will be fun to watch at the camp. Perhaps Montembeau is not recovering from his injury. I did not hear about anything about that audio. P.S. Welcome in the house. Imagine we trade Price and he return. It's not going to happen, but for that. So Gravel was suspended of reselling his ticket given by the Habs. Here we go. I knew PLW would find that. I knew he would get that. Well done, PLW. Well done, my friend. Well done. See? This is why. This is why this channel exists. I'm telling you. It's because great people we have no hockey, look about information. You open sharing with respect, and PL find the answer. I'm happy about that. I said, oh my God, I should find it. No, this is what I told him. PL should maybe know it. So thanks again, PLW, to sharing with us about that. Hopefully the chemistry going to be just right for AB players. But I expect the same thing for that. Mark Capel, some pretty minor and infraction as an infraction. Maris, forgive me, I'm a little bit behind and the feet. Yes, the AB will get rid of his contract before the season. I personally will bank if you know real reasonably well available. Great point about that, Maurice, by the way. Let's move on, guys, for the next thing. I don't know if this is part of the show. No. That will be everything we got to talk about tonight, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens news around the team. I will try to finish at 10 o'clock tonight for purpose, so not to... I could take a night off, but I feel bad if I do that. I just not feel myself. I don't like to do nothing. When I'm not live, I'm working. I do other things. But, you know, I have a conversation with my girlfriend last night. And, like, right now, I work like... My schedule right now, 5:30 in the morning until 7 o'clock, I prepare the show. 7:30 until 9:30. I eat, I go to the gym, back at 12. I take a shower, and then I start to work from 1 o'clock until 3:30. I take a snack. 4 o'clock, 4:15, return to work. What I do, I prepare video, I write for the Chicago Blackhawks. 5 o'clock, I stop. At 6 o'clock, I release the video. I make all the social media. 6:30, I'm done. 8, 7 o'clock, 6:45, 7 o'clock. Until 8, I take a break. Back to work. 8 o'clock until 9:30. Now, this is about the news and everything. I clean up when I need to work. 9:30, I go 7-Eleven, come back home. 9:45, return to work. And then I work until midnight. And then I work on something I need to set up. This is my day, 5:30 a.m. until midnight. Every single day. That's what we do here. Mr. Evan Alexander back in the house. Welcome back, my friend. Long time not see you around. I don't see him, by the way. I don't know. I miss him. Honestly, I don't see him at all. Possible. Oh, yeah, I got it. Here we go. Evan, welcome back in the house. Glad to see you, my friend. So that's happening, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens. Don't worry, we have a lot of subjects to talk about. Don't forget, next week, really busy week. We'll be back every night until we skip Saturday right now. And we're going to be three guests next week: Jim Beringer, Ross Cohen, and Marco Larabi. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be back also Monday, Sunday, and Monday. We miss Mr. Nartap. We miss Mr. Nartap, and we miss Luciano. We wish the best for the mom at Luciano and the parents are Mr. Nartap. Very quick news, guys. Very not big is the Hlinka Gretzky tournament. Is happening right now. And the semifinal is going to be played tomorrow afternoon. You have two games, the Canada versus USA. You have the Finland versus Sweden. And the winner of each game going to be on the final the following day. Hlinka play most of the NHL prospect for the draft 2026. Canada have a ton of great players. We know already what Verhoff bring. Bell chest, two players, one forward, one defenseman, 6'5". We know what Lawrence does. Lynn, D.I.O. But I want to pay attention. Preston. Just fun to watch. Like, this kid is fun to watch. He's going to be a top 10 in my opinion. It's a mix of Iginla, Leonard, right to the net, can put a puck in the net. This is a guy that could score 30 goals in NHL letter. I could be wrong, but no afraid to drive to the net. Good skater, by the way. Good handler, good stick angling. But this is a plus. For Sweden, guys, I will say to you, check Noel Mark and Edmondson. Two best players for them right now. USA, I think X-Star right now is maybe the one I'm going to look more. Finland, it's not attractive player right now. I don't know name on my head because the Czech here came in my head right now. Novak, Czech. But this is where we're going to figure out the next couple of weeks. So very easy guy, Hlinka Gretzky, happening right there for my news of the day. And this tournament. The next thing I want to talk about this guy is before I talk about Lane Hutson and the next 3 to 4 minutes, guys, I want to talk about the core of the 25 years old and under for the Montreal Canadiens. It's really impressive, guys. And like when you look about this, you shake your head and say, wow. This is what we got here, guys. Suzuki, I know he's going to turn 26. Dobson, I know he's going to turn 26. But we still have, guys, Caulfield, Hudson, Demidov, Sakeski, Cooley, Strubble, Rebacker, Bolzik, Jekai, Doc, and Uhuk. It's what? 13 players right there. And other effect, Rebacker, the 12 other are with the Montreal Canadiens. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 player have an impact for the Montreal Canadiens. I think 8, one Rebacker is going to be with the Montreal at full time. And then you have after that Jekai, Doc, Newhook, Strubble. This is the core. This is the heart. This is the brain for the Montreal Canadiens, and they are all 25 years old and younger. We don't talk yet about Michael Edge and Jacob Fuller and Tobias. You have to be excited about what we see here right now. No matter time for Butch. Here we go, PS. It would be great, Pete. Thanks so much. If in our tap ever coming back, I think it will. Sorry. I think he wait for the season start. I did not talk to him in the last week, I believe. You welcome, Evan. But expect him to pop up at some point. And I know he listens the show sometimes, so hopefully he will be back. One question for Coach: predict one player that will make the ab that people are not expecting. But if you're thinking about this camp, I think Owen Beck could surprise everybody. But if you look about the Montreal Canadian pipeline, Laurent Jacquet is going to be the one. I know the fans want him because of his size. And I'm going to name another one, not this year. But Tyler Thorpe is a kind of project player I'm looking for this year. Big 6'5". He have a good year with the Giants. I like his skating for his size. Yes, I want him to be more physical. But if you question for this year, Owen Beck. But player I think I'm excited to see this year is Tyler Thorpe. Get a couple of lights. There we go. Also, a big thing at the BP Sport is that Martin Lemay, Tony Marino, and Max Lalonde won't be back this fall. The station was pre-cardé and just went with a young audio O's. PL, it's funny to talk about this because I know everything is going on. I did not want to mention the show here like in news, but this I don't know because your first one came in my head when I was thinking about okay, I'm disconnect with them. Like I'm not going to watch this anymore. Like I don't care. Um, and I don't know if money wise, as I don't know if loyalty for me is a big important thing. Loyalty, and I think to push back Max Lalonde, push out Martin Lemay, and whatsoever I don't listen. Tony is not my style, but it would bring something different at the station. We talk about 4, 6, 9 hours per day. I completely stopped watching them. Like I disconnect with them a lot. I don't care, but I'm out of that PL. Guy PL PS, but for that, the best part of the AB core is that most of them are clinch hockey players. Exactly. That's a great point about that. A2. Joe Lano can be somebody find his path and in a shot AB surprise players. Not a bad idea there for Joe Lano, but set up better. Watch. Here we go. Pete Martin. Yes, coach. I believe we have the youngest team competition team. You're right about that, of course. Maurice. I just want to give you guys an idea. The next thing I want to talk about, guys, is Hutson. And I think we take a little bit of time for that. I think we're good for then. My unexpected roster play would be Jared Davidson. M. Oblet will take a spot. I'm a big fan of Davidson. We never see him in NHL competition. I would love to see him. But as a player, guys, is always against the odds. And Davidson go there. The story of Davidson is so good. We can talk about this a bit later. Here we go, guys. I'm going to drive that. And I'm going to go all the way there. And let me know what you think. First of all, guys, Lane Hutson, the most talented player since Guy Lafleur. He was a statement by Serge Chavard yesterday, the day before. We talked about this barely yesterday, but I want to go a little bit more deeper. Uh, I believe it was for me one of the best rookie season from any player play with the Montreal Canadiens. Like we got Patrick Roy, we got Guy Lafleur, but this season 29 goals, 64 points, I believe. You have Sean Dallin, 32 goals, 71 points. Is it Matt Naslund with 71 points? You have another player did it, 71 points as a rookie. They have many players, but as a rookie season, like Lane Hutson, Chris Chelios did 64 points. It's really amazing what Lane Hutson did last season. Like, not only because he's small, but the way he plays. You need to be talented. It's not natural. Oh, I'm 5'9", I can turn around and do that. Like, this kid is talented. He have a passion about the game. He wants to learn. He work ethic is always on the ice. His DNA is different. And that's the reason behind that. Pete Martin, what NHL team make the most revenue? Surprise, it's Edmonton, $370 million profit. Interesting about that. I need to look about this. Dimitrov was the most talented ad player since Guy Lafleur. Do it main Hudson is more talented than Dimitrov. But Dimitrov did not prove it yet. The Bunny House. He is talented, but he did not prove yet what he's going to do with the Montreal Canadiens. He can become that one, but we'll see. Lance is one of the best basket is ever played for the Montreal Canadiens. Power play, a man too. Yeah, good point about that for sure. Sheldon at 71 points. The Bunny House. Here we go. For that, here we go. Lane Hutson modified the system of Montreal Canadiens. What are you talking about? I think Martin St. Louis knew Lane Hutson is a good hockey player. I'm sure he talked with Jay Baltafo, the head coach of the Boston University. I'm sure he got some words from other people about Lane Hutson. He watched him on the play, on the tape, everything. And he saw him at the main camp. But the way Lane Hutson played changed the system of Martin St. Louis. Like, Hutson need to adapt himself with the NHL. Like, the risk versus rewards. They have some kind of adjustment. But the way Lane Hutson played, like A2 said, it's opened up another dimension of what Martin St. Louis did not have since he was the coach of the Montreal Canadiens. To get a defenseman like him on exit zone, on transition, on entrance zone, and then to open up play after play opportunities for his life mate. I don't know. I cannot recall a name. You can tell me Sabin. Sabin was excited to play. Weber was great for physical thing. You can talk about Sheldon Sorey. Sorey was a great slap shot. You can talk about Markov, but never played at the same level like Lane Hutson. Great pass on the QB on the power play. Robinson, Tremblay, Laferrière, he can go. I don't see that. Change, yeah, exactly. A2. Obviously, that's and we adjust the start. Exactly. That's a great comment, there, coach. we never see a more exciting player on the back since Bobby. You know, you have Ken McCarr, you have Linkstrom, and you can go like that. But I think this is who he is, really, Lane Hutson. And then after that, not only the fact, like players talented make the people around better. That's maybe the best thing. I should put this on the board, on the graphic. Make the people better. Make players better. Crosby did it. Chris Kunitz. Pascal Dupuis. The player play with those kind of players like Crosby. They make them make more goals. The time of Lemieux with Steven, and I can go. Yes, they were talented, but not like them. I feel like Lane Hutson, the way he played, make the people around better. Patrick Laine took advantage how Lane Hutson played. That said, I don't say Laine just put a goal in, that was easy. But they get a puck at the right place and to open up space for their teammates, this is what Lane Hutson is. Exactly, Nicholas. I said before Laine began the NHL. Exactly. Yeah, A2. And then the passion of the game for him is another level. Have a very good debate with someone on the comments on my videos this week about, oh, you forgot Piqué Subban, or he was said my list, Piqué Subban. And I was talking about him, about Piqué Subban. It was fun to watch. He was excited. He has maybe passion, but he didn't have the same passion like others, the best of the best. Subban was versatile about other things. He liked other things, like hobbies, but he was not focusing at 100% only hockey. He trained hard. You can see video about his training in Toronto. I'm not complaining about him. But one Lane Hutson I'm talking about is another level of passion about the game, like Sidney Crosby and those kind of players. One, they have the talented style, the greatest style. Those kind of players, like on transport, Michael Jordan. I don't say Lane Hutson going to be Michael Jordan. I'm talking about the best of the best. Have those kind of passion like anybody else. Not only satisfied for who they are, they want more. And what they want more, they're looking for what they need to do to get more. This is what the mentality of Lane Hutson. Good point about that, PW, for sure. And then you and me and all the Montreal Canadiens fans waiting so long for that kind of players. Frenchy scored 2 seasons, 50 goals. We got Vincent Danforth. We got many great players in 90s and 80s and 70s. And then you have players left and right. Carey Price. You have some flash for Kovalev, Koivu. But we get something right now bigger, I believe, at anybody else since those year 90s. And maybe Saint Guy Lafleur, like Serge Chavard said. And we don't know yet what Evan Demidov will look like. Maybe possible in the next 3 years. This is my question of the pool on my channel every night at 8:30 p.m. I released a question at 9:30 p.m. I released a question about the Montreal Canadiens, and tonight is who's going to be the biggest impact in Montreal in the next 3 years. So this happening, guys, for the most talented player for the Montreal Canadiens. And we can have different opinion, of course, but I want to give you a little bit more the reason of the comments of Serge Chavard yesterday. I think that expressed a little bit the reason he said that. Before I move on the new deal of Lane Hutson, I want to ask you a question of the pool of the trivia of the night, if you don't mind. And I don't think anybody was born, but we'll see if you know hockey. I did some research for that. I'm not doing a question, just a question, by the way. All right, question of the night. And which year was the first pro hockey game played with 3 periods? You know, guys, if you look basketball, if you look football, they are sport with half of the game. Many years ago, there was play that kind of hockey game. But 1 year, they decide to go with 3 periods. It's funny because the reason they did this, it's the same reason it exists today again. The Zamboni, the ice, they let the people go to the toilet at the beer, refresh, more money for the team. That's what all the reason behind that. But which year do you believe the hockey changed for half of the game to 3 periods? PS 1917. 1889 run. A2 scored a goal. 1910 is the answer about that. And what is really impressive, guys, is the NHL and the NHA in 1910 changed the rule of 3 periods. And the first goal was by Jack Darac, or Darac. Again, who? George Vizina. Again, played for the Ottawa versus the Montreal at that year, 1910. He became the first scorer. But it was in the NHA 1910. It was there for that, the Bunny 10-11. What is also interesting, guys, is Jack passed away with an illness at 2024. And the goalie, Wisner, gave the first goal, passed away at 1925. Wisner never missed any game in NHL. Unfortunately, he fell on the ice with his, and then he died after that. So I just want to sharing this to you guys, the trivia of the night. Let's go back to Lane Hutson, if you don't mind. Right here. Thanks again for participation. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. It's a quiet night, but it's okay. Nothing wrong about that. We have a lot of great, good people here. All right, guys, Lane Hutson contract. So Lane Hutson came for a specific things. Every year in NHL, July 1st, every player are UFA and they are RFA. You can extend a new deal for the players before they reach the RFA and before they reach the UFA. The UFA is simple, July 1st after the year after that at the end of the contract, but they are offer they can get offer by different team in NHL. RFA, you have two kind of RFA. You have RFA where you can get an offer sheet after they become RFA after July 1st, or they have a RFA with a clause 10.2C. This is a clause where they cannot get offer sheet by any team. And the reason behind that, because you have a minimum of the game you have to play, and that kind of, I believe it's 25 game the first year. And then if not, you get the D.2, and the other clause come with that rules, guys. I just want to share it with you the reason that. That said, Hutson is on that situation. So it does not have no problem to get an offer sheet because he cannot get this. So Montreal is protected. The leverage of Lane Hutson to play the game of negotiation is a little bit hard for him because of that clause for that. So that's the reason he has no leverage for Lane Hutson. And he have to go for what the Montreal want to give him. And after that, you have to negotiate with the team. But he cannot say, wait a minute, I'm going to wait and see what's happening next year and go from there. So it would be interesting what happening for Lane Hutson. Now, you have other transformation, guys, in NHL happening right now. First, and this is a good exercise when you go in that direction. The salary cap of the Montreal Canadiens, the salary cap of NHL is increasing like rapidly, like we never saw before. This is rare. Never happened. Like $6-7 million, not only 1 year, year after year. They have a transformation in NHL right now where benefit the fans, maybe, benefit the players, and gain more leverage for the team or stock and with the salary cap. That's what's happening right now in NHL. But come with the salary cap increasing, we have a new CBA deal start September 26 and 2026. But what's the problem with that part, coach? But right now, the rules is changing for the contract. First, the team can extend their own players only 7 years. The rule before was 8 years. With that rule, they have other modification. Before, it's called a front load contract. You can give to the players X dollars at the front. And then after that, at the end, after 4 years, 5 years of the long 8 years deal, that gives them a better chance to trade the players because the salary cap for the players now, AAV, is only $2-3 million versus $9 million. So it's called a front load contract. Advantage the players and advantage the team. Does not exist next year, only in 26. But what the big deal, coach? But right now, guys, we are a situation with players already have final year contract in NHL. No one signed any deal yet. Why? Because right now it's like, I don't know what to do. They will take advantage for the 1 more year to get an 8-year deal. Do you know it's crazy the list of the UFA next year? Let me open up. You're not going to see that because it's on my other. It's on my five. But I'm going to give you guys the list and see with me. Right now, they can sign any players 8-year deal. McDavid, Panarin, Popovsky, Jack Eichel, Kaprizov, Mekar, Line, Truba, Carlson, Ovechkin, Gustafsson, the goaltender, Kyle Connor, Kopitar, Malkin, Kempe, Buckstrad, Talk, Ramis Anderson, Adam Laurie, and Mikola. UFA. Also, RFA. Nikash, Robinson, Zegras, Broberg, Knight, Cooley, Bedard, Carlson, Leo Carlson, Thomas Harley, Pinto, Perfetti, Fantilli, Hayton, Holloway, Zellinger, Schneider, Korchinski, McMichael, Gauthier, Dorofiev, Edvinson, Mentikov, Lane Hutson, Benson, Nazar, Bedard, Budzik. This is what we got, guys. This is crazy. No one signed a contract. When the contract of one or two players going to be signed, now McDavid, Kaprizov is higher. But the play between Lane Hutson area forward, they're going to be the benchmark for any other players and the player I just mentioned to you. This is right now a winning game. They want to see which player is going to sign the contract, and then from there they're going to step that. This is going to be interesting. They are UFA. It's going to have a lot of movement. A big contract is going to give the next 12 months. Here we go, Mark. I'm telling you right now, this is amazing to me. That said, the negotiation between Lane Hutson and Montreal Canadiens is good. The goal of Lane Hutson is to get his contract before the beginning of the season. He would like to play next year with nothing bother him. I predict Montreal Canadiens are going to give him a contract and sign a deal before the beginning of the season. I predict this. Many of us, I was one of them before, could compare the contract of Lane Hutson versus Noah Dobson with a Montreal 8-year deal at 9.5. Fans, experts go on that direction. But this is another different game. Why you said that, coach? Because Noah become UFA next year. Out now, 8 years. Hutson is not going to be UFA, is a 10.2 CRFA. That changed the negotiation of everything. He cannot set them play the game, say, if you don't give me $10 million, I'm out. He cannot. He's stuck. It's not his behavior. It's not the kind of players he is. But he cannot make any move to push the Montreal against the wall. I believe because his RFA is going to be, first of all, a long term. It could be 6 years, and then after 6 years, he become UFA. That said, during those gap of the year, the increasing of the salary cap is going to get higher and higher and higher. Or it can go with a 7, 8 years long term, like Jack Hughes or Eddie other player did it, like Noah did it. This is what the game of winning of NHL players and the team is about. Who's going to be the first one to give a 6 year deal, a 7 year deal, an 8 year deal? Many players go with 5 year deal. Like Matthews right now did a better job compared to Caulfield, Sakowski, and others because they signed an 8 year deal. Then they have to wait 3 more years after Matthews, and Matthews is going to get this deal over. He's going to have the team, the salary cap will be over $110 million per year. I still believe they're going to give him the same kind of money like Noah, 9 million, 9.5. But I'm not sure anymore he's going to get a 10 million anymore. But if someone other team with the superstar they are, and they give him like Adam Fantilli, 32 goals last year, he would get $10 million. How do you consider him like Lane Hutson, like we just said, talented players? And I don't have the right answer. I don't want to give you, oh, he's going to get this. The purpose of my point tonight, yeah, 2 reasons. One, to show to you how talented he is. Second, is the reason why the negotiation right now they at. The reason where 2 parties at friend negotiation, but I predict only one thing. The contract will be signed before the beginning of the season. That's my prediction. And I will not be surprised he go with 6 years. I will not be shocked me at all. If you get 7, 8 years, fine. But what is very impressive for me for when I did that exercise tonight is to find other many names. Jack Eichel, McDavid, Kaprizov, Panarin. That then the young gun star like Lane Hutson, the Godard Bedard, the Nazar, the Kolchinski, Leo Carlson, Adam Fantilli, Logan Cooley. That's a big name there. Like they are the next best star and the great player for the NHL. They come with a salary cap is going to increasing next year again. So they signed a contract right now here. They get an extra year deal. Are they going to take advantage of that or not? I'm not sure. If the salary cap increasing from $93 to $100 million next year, it's $7 million more on the salary cap. The percentage of the salary affect the team, but can be increasing of X% for the following year because they wait until next year. I'm not an agent. I'm not an expert on salary cap, but I just want to share it with you tonight how sometimes we don't think about this. We're just watching the puck and they win 3-2. But when you go around, it's fascinating for me to see what it takes to form a team, to make a team, and to come with other obligations where the fans don't pay attention. So, look, Gary Conway is in the house tonight. Definitely about that. Great comments for this. For sure, guys, I apologize from people in the chat. Make some comments here. I did not pay too much attention. I was really focusing. Sometimes I really go with my subject and I don't look about anything else for that. You know, I think for me, Lane Hutson is going to be very interesting. Whoever is the GM and ice scout that should be fired. Chicago make the biggest mistake ever when they pick Leshinov. Imagine Bedard with Demidov on his wing. You know, this is one concept, and now I study the Chicago Blackhawks. Now we said to you, PS, I'm going to fire Ken Hughes and all the management because they select Michkov over Rebecca. Montreal make a big mistake like Chicago. So what we do? Are they going to fire them or not? Because right now they look bad. Michkov have an amazing great year. Rebecca still on the bus, waiting to play. No problem, PS. I'm done right now with Lane Hutson. But that will give you an idea, guys, where from the outside, like you said, PS, Leshinov is going to be a solid defenseman in NHL. They go with the security. They did not know what it would be Demidov situation. They take a risk. It's going to be compared that for many years, like Montreal going to compare Michkov with Rebecca. But sometimes you go with what you think it helped the team a long term on different ways. They took a chance with Leshunov, right? And look after that what they pick up. They already have Frank Nazar and the past. They have Oliver Moore, already picked the year before that. And then they went with other prospect forward after they select them. I don't have the name in front of me right now. Sacha Boisvert, Marek Vaneker. Bingo, I got it. That's what it was the way they did that. Montreal selects Sakaski over Cooley and Shane Wright. It's debate, but anybody has different opinion. Point behind that, this year, because they select Lechinov, they focus on on the Frondel. Montreal, after they select Rebecca, they have a chance to select Demidov. If Demidov is not on the board, with all the great defensemen they have, Montreal maybe select a defenseman. So maybe they have Michkov plus, I don't know, Zarek or Biome. Who knows? But again, it's Nazar 13 was good. Everything Jim should be fired for no picking wool. Randy, about that. By the way, guys, you know, I always keep my fun graphic here. And I don't know if I have this one here. I got this yesterday. I was cleaning up my stuff yesterday. Let me check this one. I don't know this one. Let me check this. Not that one. This was my new 32 team, the draft player for the H team. I apologize. I see this a draft here, maybe here. Here we go. This was the selection of the team. I have some place, guys, the draft, my mock draft. I don't know, find out. I apologize, guys. I tried to figure out what was my mock draft So does not look this way. I have my draft here, but was it this year? It was not the right thing to figure out that one over there. I want to finish. We have a. I'm telling you right now, I could make the show, guys, more longer, like forever. The NHL released the top 20 defensemen. Are you agree or disagree with that one? At 20, Brock Faber, Lane Hutson at 19, Mikhail Sergachev at 18, ex-Montreal draft players, Devon Tays, Adam Fox, Shea Theodore, Thomas Harley, Jake Sanderson, Gustav Forslund, Evan Bouchard, Roman Hosey, Jacob Slavin, Ramis Dallin, Josh Morrissey, Victor Edmond, Miro Eskanen, Zach Wawrinski, and Quan Hughes. Nicolas, welcome back in the house. To be out because of Nick Lebrov or other teams that go away from picking him, Gary. Sure, back. I prefer players who want to be here. Michkov did not. It was only interesting in Flowers because is super high potential to become a Shara, I guess. So that list, guys, what is really interesting, guys. So I look around. I believe for me, Maurice Zeders should be on the top 20. No doubt in my mind. Now, Chikrin, I'm not sure about that. He scored, what, 20 goals last year? It was really his first year in NHL where Israelis dominate. Zeb Jones is not on that list. This is really really shocking for me. Now, Eric Carlson, now he's what, 35, 36? But every year, 50 points, 60 points. He's not on that list. I understand they put Roman Ozy at number 9, but because it's year last year, I don't consider him a top 10. For me to put Evan Bouchard top 10 is surprising.
Super chat.
Mark Elliott scored a goal tonight, guys. The first goal of the night, Mark Elliott.
Oh my God!
Thank you. Mark Elliott scored the first goal tonight. I'm going to get an assist for PS tonight because of his great comments he gave tonight. I'm going to give the second assist tonight. I'm Mr. Ron, the moderator of the Hockey Nation show tonight. I appreciate a lot for that one. Very kind of you to do at the Hockey Nation. Mr. Mark continues to impress me for all the contribution he does for the Hockey Nation. So that list, guy, is not bad. Allowed. I just feel like Bouchard is a little bit too high. Hosey a little bit too high. I'm not disagree with the top 8. For me, Zeder go in front of Sergachev. In my opinion, I will remove Sergachev on that list. I can understand Forsling at 12, but I would put him a little bit lower. With the season of Brock Faber last year, at least Zeder should be there too. Jones should be there over Faber. I think Faber, great first year. Last year, he dropped his number to point, about 18, I believe. I understand it would be a great defenseman in NHL. But if you talk about the top 20 right now, I believe Zeder and Zeb Jones should be in the top 20. The two players are removed quickly, is Sergachev and Brock Faber. The rest is pretty solid there. It's just a question who is going to be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 for that one. It's funny because that's what the guy I was looking right now. on that one. I think Slavin for me is better at Dallin and Maurici. I think Victor Edmond have a good year. He's getting older. I will not put him on the top four. Werenski have a great year last year. I think he could be there right now at number 3. But this is where I feel I will put Slavin maybe top 5 and push down Mauricio Ekman. I think Dallin is a little bit underrated, but we'll see. But that seriously, Bouchard at 10. We trade Hudson for Bouchard when you. Bouchard is not for me. That's what I said early. 10 also was a little bit too high for Evan Bouchard. Welcome back, by the way, Nicola. So that gives you an idea, guys. You know, conversation, debate, and about that for the top 20 in NHL. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show to you tonight, but we're going to do it again tomorrow night at the Fun Friday night. G.F. Bouchard get the love because of the playoff. Not a bad comment, Jeff. I think you are right. Welcome in the house, by the way. If you make some comment before that, I didn't see them. I apologize. I think the first time I saw you. Honestly, Ken said, I'm out of my league understand the contractual issue. I need a lawyer, Maurice. I think Bouchard is overall D, should lower him in the list. We all agree with that. We all agree about Evan Bouchard. Me too, for that. And last year, I would give him a mulligan. It's called this at golf mulligan, right? To Adam Fox. But if Adam Fox play like he did last year, for me, he is out of the top 20. I think I could be wrong here, but I think Thomas Harley, I put him in front of Evan Bouchard. And I feel like Roman Ozzy at his best, he top 10. But last year, I put him out of top 10. Now, that list is made for what is coming. Or that list is made by who they are today. But it's a kind of conversation you can go that way. It's 10:20 here. I extra again. I cannot make a show. It's crazy, guys. People tell me you should make a show like Tony de Mariano, only 1 hour, you out. I cannot. I'm always something to talk about. You can make a show for 90 minutes. I cannot. I said I'm going to finish at 10. It's 10:20. I don't know. It's my DNA. Tomorrow night, we're going to do this, guys, tomorrow night. I'm going to keep this for tonight. We're going to go on the prediction, who's going to be regression and also progression. From starting tomorrow night, I'm going to accumulate all your prediction until October. I'm going to make a big board, and then I'm going to give you a Google Sheet document in September about 10 questions. And the prototype of the question is, if you answer one answer, give you 5 points. If you put 2 answers at that question and you're right, that gives you 9 points. So 5 points for the first one, 4 points for the second. You can go all the way to 5 on each question. But one of your answer is wrong. If you put 3 names, you try to accumulate more names and more points. But if you are wrong, you're completely at 0. I think last year we did it. I'm not sure I did it. But this is something is coming for the September for the new anniversary for that. So that's happening, guys. And I'm going to bring you back this tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I'm going to bring you back also. I have one more thing. The Clash. I did not do the Clash tonight. I'm going to bring you the Clash tomorrow for sure. And no, not tomorrow, guys, because tomorrow we do the Frenchy quiz. So no Clash again. That Clash it could push out this week, guys, 3 times. Don't forget, guys, Friday night, tomorrow night, Fun Friday. Saturday we are off. Sunday we do the recap of the week. And then I want to mention that to you next week, guys. Monday, I'm alone. Tuesday, Jim Beringer. Wednesday, Marco Larrabee. Thursday, Ross Cohen. Every week we try to bring people and try to make more flexibility or the more people come here. And honestly, guys, you'll be shocked. I invite Maxime Lapierre. I invite Marc-André Godin. I invite Marco D'Amico. I invite Arpon Bazou. I invite Sue Cohen. I'm trying to get one name can come to the show. We'll see if this is happening. With time, everything is possible. And that's all we got tonight, guys, on this special edition of the Habs Summer Target on the Thursday night, August 14. Already? Crazy. Don't forget, 2 games important tomorrow afternoon at the Hlinka Gretzky tournament. You can watch this on TV. Hockey is increasing. You have also in USA right now, you can watch the women U20. Many hockey right now is going on. The KHL is back. Many exhibition game. The VHL prospect for Montreal starting. Philip Eriksson played today 0 point. We have Mekar Kanin scored a goal yesterday. And we have Alexander Gordin. He's still part of the Montreal Canadiens, but I don't think he will be with the Montreal Canadiens one day. I don't see that. And that's what we got. And the only reason we are back every night, the only reason who you are. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Exactly. That's who you are. What a great night we got tonight, guys. Really a great time. I did not know if I should do it, and now I cannot. I have to do it. I'm excited for the upcoming year. I'm getting more excited for what is going to happen for the Montreal Canadiens, but also for the channel. So I'll be back tomorrow night. Be back Sunday next week, 6 times now per week. That's it. That's all. That's what we're going to do now for the next 11 months, maybe. Who knows? Until then, my friend, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the second app or what? Nicolas said 2025. Don't forget also to follow me. Every day we release a video. We're going to touch more NHL team now. I know you are a big fan of Montreal Canadiens, but it's good to know more about other teams. So I'm going to targeting. I did my 32 players break out yesterday, I believe. I'm going to do something else today. 5 regulation contract, I believe, or 5 players could be make the team for the Montreal Canadiens. That's the only thing I can do at Kentucky. Every day I release a short video at 12 o'clock p.m. 1 o'clock Eastern Time. No, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. I release a video. 7 a.m. in the morning, I release a video. And I do a live show at 7:30. I write an article for Oilers. I write an article for the Chicago Blackhawks. And do something else with the mascot. Anyhow, have an amazing, great night, everybody. And of course, the Hockey Nation, I show the Hab Nation, and all the cheese and tenant. But the most important thing is the 1-1. My cheese said to you, we love you, friends. Have a good night, everybody. Have an amazing, great, sweet dream. I can't wait to see you tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern Time p.m. Kenneth, I'm going to see Kenneth tonight for the dinner together. Booyah!